Hello all, my name is Andy Bryan and this is my 1988 Ferrari 3.2 Mondial. They made 4 generations of the Mondial, the 8, the QV, the 3.2, and the T. And I think the 3.2 is the best. It was the first generation with the body colored moldings, the first generation, or the last generation, where you could access the belts via the back left wheel, and in coupe form, it looks really good. Far superior to the convertible, I think. You may ask yourself, why a 3.2 Mondial? Well, there's a couple good reasons for that. One of the coolest things about the Mondial 3.2 is, like a lot of 80s sports cars, it has pop-up headlights. Pretty sweet. The Mondial's mid-engine design makes for a unique experience where you have both a trunk and a frunk. Now, the trunk is pretty sizable. The frunk has the spare tire. So looking at the frunk, you can see it's mostly taken up by the spare tire. You've got your fuse box over there. You can see the backs of the flip-up headlights. Your radiator is actually in the front, so the cooling pipes go all the way along the bottom of the car. And over there, you can see the battery. The battery placement being just behind the passenger's front headlight makes it pretty unique to jumpstart or charge the battery. You either need to remove this bottle and this panel and this piece of little plexiglass, or you have to take off the front wheel. Italian designers, they make pretty cars, but not easy to work on. One of the biggest reasons to buy a Mondial is that it's a 4-seat mid-engine Ferrari sports car. Now you might be saying, there's no way you can fit in those back seats. I can. Here I am in the front. Same seat adjustment, here I am in the back. Now let's be honest. Fitting in the back seat, I'm 6'4", it's not really that practical, nor is it comfortable, and it's probably not the safest. But for children or smaller adults, you can get by if you have to. But here's where the seat normally is when I'm sitting in my driving position. And that is really the beauty of the Ferrari Mondial 3.2. It can fit my lanky butt pretty easily. So at 6'4", it's hard to fit in a regular little sports car. But in this, I've got acres of room. Another great reason to buy a Mondial is the trunk. You can easily fit a set of golf clubs back here or all of your weekly groceries. The only problem is the floor gets a little bit hot as the exhaust runs right underneath of it. But great sized trunk. With that, let's get this Ferrari Mondial 3.2 out on the road and do some driving. So driving the Ferrari Mondial is a lot of fun. People might say that they're slow, and admittedly the 8 wasn't the fastest car, although it was still as quick as a contemporary Corvette. The 3.2 saw a bump in size of the engine from 3 liters to 3.2, hence the name, and it at this point was 4 valves per cylinder, so it was making 270 horsepower, which was enough to propel it 0 to 60 in under 7 seconds and onto a top speed of 155 miles an hour. So it really is not a slouch. You know, maybe now the fastest minivan is quicker, but look, the car is 32 years old, so don't expect it to break any speed records. That said, my car is anything but stock. We'll get into that next time. But the handling of the car is pretty sublime. It is unassisted steering, which was the last generation to have that. The T got power. So I will say, no power steering is rough when you're parking. And it also has ABS, which was a first for the Mondial in 1988. Prior to that, it didn't have ABS. They're direct, and they haul the car down pretty well. Now, they're not the best brakes in the world, and you can really cook them on a back road. But they hold their own, and they do a pretty good job. I mean, that's the Ferrari Mondial in a nutshell. It's a great car. It's super fun. I'm not really sure why anyone would pick an air-cooled 911 over one of these, if I'm honest. So for now, goodbye. We'll talk about what's been done to this car next time. Take care.